Of course, protection of our tourists. The tourists have a very good and nice and happy experience in my city. That's the most part of our policy on the tourism. We are so proud that so many Chinese people want to go to Copenhagen and choose to go to Copenhagen, because already we have a lot of Chinese tourists in my city, and they behave so good. We are so proud that the Chinese people look at Copenhagen as a Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, because he is one of the most known person from my country, Hans Christian Andersen and his fairy tales. And a lot of Chinese people like to read Hans Christian Andersen, and a lot of Chinese people today know more about Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales than young people in Denmark. I think, of course, Hans Christian Andersen and his fairy tales, The Little Mermaid, is very well known for Chinese people before they come to Copenhagen. What they bring home from Copenhagen, I think, it's our bicycle culture, that our harbor is so clean that you can swim in it. So I think that's what most Chinese bring back home, that it is a clean city, a green city, and a healthy city. In Denmark and in the capital city of Denmark, Copenhagen, we have a long tradition to focus on sustainability and develop our city to be green and livable. And now we can see the results of this proactive policy for the city, that the Copenhageners love the city because it's clean and healthy to live in. You can have a swim in our harbor because the water is so clean. We have, for many years ago, we have invested in a completely new sewage system, so we don't put the wastewater into the harbor before it is cleaned. And the Copenhageners also want to bike in the city because it's safe to go by bike. In the 1970s, the car was also king in my city, Copenhagen. But we changed this mindset and we changed the urban planning of the city. And now the bicycle is king in Copenhagen. We have more than 350 kilometers of separated bicycle lanes. All kind of people are biking. Even ministers and mayors are biking because it's an easy and a healthy way to commute in our city. So Copenhagen has been transformed today to be a livable, green and sustainable city. But you have to lead it the way. You have to invest in the green transformation of your city. And I'm glad to say that we are well on the way. We have reduced carbon emissions with 42% since 2005. We have now a roadmap to be completely carbon neutral in 2025. But we have to invest more in the city. We have to invest more in electricity. The Chinese president and the Chinese government and also the mayor here in Beijing have decided to reduce carbon emissions, and we can learn so much.